Sarah.
Hi Amanda.
So can you remember what we talked about last session?
Yeah, about James. Yeah, things aren't any better. I just don't know what to do with him. He's not listening at all. He's always answering back with everything. I've tried the strategies that we talked about, but he's still not doing his homework. Refuses point blank. I just don't know what to do anymore.
Right. Okay, so no change. I can see that you're feeling frustrated still.
I am.
Okay. Right, well this might sound a little strange, but if you can just go with it, I'd like to ask you a question that's going to feel a little bit odd, and it's going to require some imagination on your part to answer. Would that be alright?
Go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll give it a try. Okay, so imagine this then. Let's say that you go about your daily business today after you've been here. You do everything you'd normally do, you get in bed tonight, you go to sleep, and while you're asleep, a miracle happens. And what this miracle means is that all your problems, as you've been describing with James and everything else, everything just disappears, just completely gone, just like that. So you wake up and it's gone. But the thing is, because you were asleep when the miracle was happening, you didn't have an awareness that it was happening when it happened. So my question is, how would you know that things would be different? How would you know that the problems are gone the next morning when you got up?
Well, I suppose he'd be behaving better. I guess he'd be doing his homework, wouldn't he?
Okay, so you'd be able to see some change in James and in James's behaviour. What about noticing things about you? What might be different about you?
I don't know. I suppose I wouldn't be shouting as much. I wouldn't be shouting as much as I normally do.
Okay, so you won't be shouting. What would you be doing instead?
Well, I suppose I'd be talking more calmly towards James.
Okay. So you'd be talking more calmly. What else might you be doing?
I'd probably be listening. I'd be listening to what he had to say. Yeah, maybe taking my time a bit more.
Right.
Not jumping to conclusions. Not losing my temper straight away. That's what normally happens.
So if you're not losing your temper straight away, what would replace that? What different behaviours will be there instead? Be more calm, you take your time, what else?
I guess I'd be smiling.
Yeah.
James is used to me being really grumpy. I guess I'd just be kind of smiling.
Okay.
Enjoying my son a little more.
Enjoying him.
Yeah.
So there'd be distinct changes then in how you would be. What else might James notice about you?
I think James would probably notice that I was gentler. That I was more loving towards him. I don't know. Maybe I was praising him doing well, saying good things. I don't know.
Your attention would be on positives?
Well, yeah, because I'd be noticing that he was listening, and I'd be noticing when he was doing the right thing.
And how do you think that would feel to you?
Oh, I'd feel amazing. I'd absolutely love it. I'd love to get rid of this tension that I always feel when he comes into the house and he's refusing to do things.
Okay, so just to keep with the positive then.
Yeah.
So let's say you experience this positivity that morning when you get up after the miracle, and then it's time to, I don't know, go to work.
Yeah.
So you go to work and you're feeling all these different things, these positive different things.
Yeah.
Would anybody else notice anything different about you?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Say that with some conviction. Tell me about that then.
Yeah.
What would they see?
I mean, my work colleagues are used to me going into work as if I've already done a day's work with all my shouting and nagging and with James. I suppose instead I'd be ready for the day. I'd be energised.
So if you're ready for the day, what
Yeah.
difference would they see in you? What would they notice?
I guess they'd notice my body language. I'd probably feel more confident and happier. I'd be smiling and yeah, just looking more relaxed and probably more chatty. Yeah.
Okay. So would your experience of the day be any different then if you were presenting yourself differently in that way?
It'd be easier.
Easier.
It'd definitely be easier.
Okay. So you've described a lot of things then that you might notice. First you started off describing about James, but then we looked at what would be different for you and what would be noticeable about that to other people,
Yeah.
not just James. And you can see that there's quite a big kind of ripple effect here.
Oh yeah.
If this miracle were to happen. What if I suggested it weren't a miracle in terms of it's this impossibility that magically happened? What if I were to suggest that maybe we could try and identify where parts of that miracle exist already? I guess by that I mean, are there ever times where you feel yourself being calm towards James or smiling at James?
I'm smiling.
Yeah.
We'd have a joke sometimes. We have a laugh
Sometimes.
sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you feel any differently when that's happening?
Happier.
Yeah. So would you notice some of those things you just talked about when you've got these little glimmers of positivity?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'd like you to think about that then between now and when I see you again. And I guess when you're talking about paying positive attention to things, maybe just spend some time looking for those little bits. I think they probably do exist in little parts, and we can talk about that next time if that's all right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.